has timed that one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Edge away. Yes, it is.
Non-stop thrilling cricketing action at the Oman Cricket Academy, and it's the Oman D10 powered by Dafa News, and we have thrilling encounters one after the another, and this time around it's the Renaissance Challengers taking on Muscat Thunderers, and we've got the two captains on the sidelines with our co-commentator Pranav Mehta.
Final game of the day, and it's time to flip a coin here at the Oman Cricket Academy. Oman D10, and it is the second league round where Muscat Thunderers are clashing against Renaissance Challengers. With me, the captain Sandeep Gaur of Muscat Thunderers, Hamad Ifraq of Renaissance Challengers, and KR Azad, the match official, to make sure the proceedings are right. Flip the coin. Conjure is the call. It's number it is. Sandy, toss on your side. What would you like to do and why?
We want to bowl first, as we are a good, strong bowling unit. So we want to restrict them below 70 runs and we can chase it down.
You have had those troubles with the bat, and how are you going to be resolving that?
Yeah, I will take on me and I have to bat deep. There is no other option for me.
And what about the top order? You have had those issues, no solid top order, and that's where would you want to bat a little higher?
Probably this match a little higher I will bat.
And any changes in the side?
Same team.
Good luck.
Thank you, Pranav. Thank you.
Hamad, टॉस आपकी साइड पे नहीं है, वो पहले बॉलिंग करना चाहते हैं. आप क्या करते हैं और क्यों?
एक्चुअली हम लोग भी पहले बैटिंग करना चाह रहे थे. हम लोग बैटिंग करते एक अच्छा टोटल सेट करते और उसको फिर बाद में डिफेंड करने की कोशिश करते. बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली हम लोग टॉस नहीं जीते हैं, बट भी जो हमें चाहिए था वो हमें मिला.
सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, ये बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग मैच है क्योंकि मस्कत थंडरर्स का बैटिंग एक इश्यू है और आपका पेस अटैक एक इश्यू है. तो आप अपने पेस अटैक के बारे में क्या करेंगे? कोई जेन्युइन पेसर नहीं है आपके पास?
जी, एक्चुअली हम लोगों के पास कोई जेन्युइन पेसर नहीं है. हमारे पेसर्स इंजर्ड हैं और कुछ अवेलेबल नहीं है, कुछ नेशनल ड्यूटी पे हैं. तो इसलिए हम लोगों को स्पिनर्स के साथ मैनेज करना पड़ रहा है और हम लोग मोस्टली कर रहे हैं, बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं मेरे स्पिनर्स. और तो इसलिए हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे कि जितना हो सके हम लोग उसको डिफेंड करने में हमारे स्पिनर्स हेल्प करें हमें.
बॉलिंग में इतनी ज़्यादा डेप्थ नहीं है, तो आपको लगता है कि बैटिंग पे थोड़ा ज़्यादा प्रेशर आता है कि ज़्यादा थोड़े रन चाहिए आपको?
जी, प्रेशर आता है क्योंकि हम लोगों को जैसा विकेट चल रहा है अराउंड 100 रन चाहिए ही चाहिए अगर मैच में फ़ाइट करना है, क्योंकि हम लोग जो लैग कर रहे हैं वो पेसर से लैग कर रहे हैं और ये विकेट पेसर्स को बहुत हेल्पफुल है.
और फाइनली कोई साइड में कोई चेंजेस है आपके?
हम लोग सेम साइड से खेलेंगे.
गुड लक हमाद.
थैंक यू सो मच.
Sandeep Gaur, the captain of Muscat Thunderers, have won the toss and he's going to be looking to swing the ball and keep Renaissance Challengers to around 70 and make it interesting.
Tell you what's interesting, and that's Pranav Mehta's jacket, and looks very, very fresh out there and on the sidelines with the two captains. And Renaissance Challengers, Usman Ali Shah, Amanullah Rafiqi, Hamad Ifraq, Asif Khan Pathan, Syed Amir Shah, Junaid Jan, Hanifullah, Shehbaz Hussain, Yusuf Manik, Ishtiyaq Mohammed, and the youngster Vivan Malhotra getting 3 games in a row now. And the Muscat Thunderers have elected to bowl first, and while they're bowling, all of these are going to be on the field. Aman Khan, Rana Mohammad Naeem, Siddharth Bukapatnam, Pranav Atavle, Sandeep Gaur, Ganesh Chandrasekhar, Jay Chaugule, Soumya Sampat, Afreed Keti, Jay Chelaveda, and Munis Ansari. Both these two teams losing their first encounters earlier on, one in the afternoon and one in the second game, and both of them completely outclassed by their opponents. So this is going to be some sort of a consolation prize as far as the proceedings of this evening would look to turn out to be. Joining me in the comm box, before I get even more tongue-tied, it's going to be Jamil Zaidi. And Jamil Zaidi, welcome, and certainly we want you to be telling us about what these two teams should be looking to do right.
Thank you, Amin. the right thing for them. Any of them should go and get at least a win today, because both teams are winless today. Both the matches have been lost by Renaissance Challengers as well as Muscat Thunderers, and that's also not on a very good side. It's a very low score total of 48, and as Sandeep said, maybe in this particular match, their batting is actually the problem, which is not coming, as we're discussing a lot about IAS invincible batting in the last T20 matches. We're always talking that if they batter well, their bowlers can defend the total, and they are proving it. So today, let's see how Muscat Thunder is going to bowl.
At the moment, Jay Chelaveda with the new ball will look to get a false start. Smiles. Shares a smile with the batter. Now, this is something unusual because Jay Chelaveda, second match in a row, looking to open the bowling, and it's got something to do with Munis Ansari just trusting himself from the Oman LNG end rather than the Oman Tel end. So another false start. If he does that again, normally in an Olympic race, you would have to be disqualified. Not pretty sure whether the same rules apply in cricket, though.
Very unusual so far.
Right then, we are underway. Jay Chelaveda to Usman. Not looking to rotate strike, not looking to get anywhere near the ball, just watchful and trying to understand what Jay Chelaveda has on offer.
Both the teams looking for a win, at least today. When they go home, at least they will feel satisfied. Yes, we have lost one, we have won one. So the net result will be 1-1, but still they will be happy that they are going to win the match.
Just guides it towards the third man region. No fielder there. Most of the offside inside the circle. So a boundary to start off for Usman Ali Shah and the Renaissance Challengers. Off the mark.
Well, very nice placement. Just open the face of the bat. There's a big gap between the gully and the cover point. And you just look at that one. Just push the blade in front of the ball and get the boundary. Good start.
So good start here, and Usman Ali Shah has been looking to score freely more often than not. He's been probably the answer for the Renaissance Challengers, and straight away Jay Chelaveda striking. Just when I was about to say that Usman Ali is the answer to the opening woes of Renaissance Challengers, this is a wicket, and a wicket that will hurt the Renaissance Challengers. First strike for Jay Chelaveda and Muscat Thunderers.
Well, this is happening to Renaissance Challengers. They are losing the first wicket very early in the game. That's exactly what happened today. First boundary and ball came in. The beautiful delivery coming into the batsman, uprooting the stumps. Beautiful delivery from Jay, and real excitement. You can see how much happy he is getting that wicket. So 4 for 1.
Out walks Hamad Ifraq, and that's a good effort in the field by Captain Sandeep God, and he'll have to lead by example. Already Jay Chelaveda has certainly done the trick by picking up a key wicket, and that's the way to go about, because wickets are not only a dent in that batting lineup, it's also an all-important dot ball in the power play. That certainly means a lot. It's worth its weight in gold.
Sandeep God is one of the brilliant fielders in the entire Muscat Thunderers. as well as the Oman national team as well, as long as he was there.
Getting some steep bounce here, Jaiche Lavada. And certainly a spring in his step now that he's picked up a wicket. All of a sudden you can see everybody chirping around inside that infield. And the batter is also looking fairly nervous and cautious when dealing with Jaiche Lavada.
Hamad Ifraq, the captain, has a lot of runs due from him for his team. His start used to be very well, but cannot carry the score to a good 30-40 runs.
Down the ground, and will look to hurry for a quick single. Will get it successfully as well. Not a bad start for either teams. Muscat Thunderers were slightly bit better because they've managed to pick up a wicket. 6 for 1 Renaissance Challengers. Munis Ansari from the Oman LNG end guides it towards third man. This time there is a fielder out in the deep, but then Ganesh Chandrasekhar decides that he will stop it inside the circle. And very, very curious to understand, Munis Ansari has not been bowling those toe-crushing Yorkers very often. Neither those block hole deliveries, neither those balls that are, directed towards the stump and full. He is more content just keeping that ball outside the off stump, working the tram lines. Oh, this one's a big hit. And one bounce to the fielder inside the circle, Afreed Katie.
Well, the addition of Afreed Katie will definitely boost the bowling of Muscat Thunderers. He was not in the last couple of matches. And the veteran, the stalwart, the mandatory Munis Ansari, Muscat Thunderers, this time did not open the bowling. He's bowling the second over.
2 runs already of Munis Ansari. And both the balls outside the off stump, working the tram lines. Make that 3. And once again, the batters scamper for a single. So looking to keep the batters quiet more than looking and hunting for wickets. And that's probably got to be the philosophy of Munis Ansari at the moment in this 10 over format.
I'm sure he must be thinking to bowl a Yorker in the next one of 2 deliveries. Because so far he is having the habit of bowling wayward. But I think all 3 balls were nicely bowled. So he might come with a Yorker.
Charging down the track. Again, it's outside the off stump. However, this time on that 4th and 5th stump line. Hint of a way swing. And that gets the better of Hamad Ifraq at the moment. He was looking to charge down the track and tonk it over.
So far a good over from Munis Ansari.
This time inside out, straight into the hands of the fielder. They're going to take that single. There was some confusion out in the middle.
stopped certain run and then allowed them to go for the overthrow. The cover-up was too far and that was not collected properly.
Slow proceedings at the moment. They've lost a wicket, Renaissance Challengers. But the runs have not been easy to come by. This is the last over of the mandatory power play. Once again, unable to penetrate the infield. Soumya Sampat on this occasion does well. So only singles is what the RCT batters are dealing with. 11 for 1. Jay Chelavada getting a second over, edged and past the keeper as well as Gully. So it's going to be a boundary, and this is the second time Jay Chelavada has been dispatched for a boundary in similar fashion.
No slips was there, no third man. Just opened the face of the bat and played it out towards the third man for the first boundary from him. Once again from here on, I believe 70-80 runs they might be looking for the Renaissance Challengers.
In the air, and this time he's penetrated the infield. Lofted drive, tried to play it inside out, and Amanullah Rafiqi gets a success. Back-to-back boundaries for Renaissance and Amanullah Rafiqi.
Brilliantly played this time over the head, a pish but safe. In the gap with power. 4 more runs to the total.
Had a very, very decent first over. And you just don't want to be messing up your figures. Jay Chelavada had delivered a peach of a delivery to get rid of that first wicket, Usman. Can he produce something similar now? Because not many quick bowlers have managed to find swing in these conditions so far. Especially since the lights are on. In the morning, it was a different story altogether. It was swinging by quite a bit of margin. In the air, once again, that top edge of the bat. This time there is protection out there in the deep. So only a single conceded, and Hamad Ifraq will get on strike.
Well, I think the run rate is going well. At least a boundary is coming almost in all the overs we have played so far. Only thing they have to go now, go for the singles. No rash shot, no reckless shots. That will be better for them.
Looks to charge down the track and couldn't get enough connection onto it. At the toss, I did hear Hamad Ifraq, the captain, mentioning that he was looking around that 100-run mark. So if he's done his math right at the moment, they are falling way back, way short of that required run rate, rather, if you would have to put it that way. Nearing the 3-over mark, they should be somewhere around the 28 to 30 run mark. But then that's been quite slow progress. Just looking to throw his bat around, Amanullah Rafiqi. So a dot ball finally in this Jay Chelavada over.
Captains will always try to make the statements which they feel that their team they can get in what Oman D10 has done. Yes, they do that 100 mark, but only thing is that some of the batters has to come up with some maximums and play with responsibility rather than throwing their wicket with the reckless shots.
Still an achievable target. We've seen at least 3 teams breach that 100-run mark all throughout the day today. He's all fired up at the moment, Jay Chelavada, and he'll end the over with a dot ball. Quite a few runs of this over, as many as 10. And his spell will be finished 16 runs and 1 wicket. And RCT are 21 for 1 after over number 3. Siddharth Mukapatnam brought in early. Both the two batters, right-handed batters, but then Siddharth Mukapatnam is a class apart on most occasions, and plenty of experience, so he'll look to keep things very neat and tidy and keep the batters silent at the moment. Not much happening, not too much drama, everything under control of the Muscat Thunderers. Throwing themselves around the field. The fielders, this time it's Ganesh Chandrasekhar.
He too also have to exit more than what he has given up to the team so far. Siddharth Mukapatnam, both in the ball and the batting.
Finally, some extra runs. They've been very tidy so far. It's probably the first extra that they've conceded. And a good idea coming around the wicket to the right-hander. In the air for a fair bit amount of time. Oh, this is not looking great. On camera, it just looks absolutely sheepish. Jay Chogule has slipped on his way to save, and in the process, Hamad Ifraq will get a boundary for himself.
It's for full-blooded hit by Hamad Ifraq. Slight fumble rather than slipped away and passed through the boundary line. Welcome boundary for RCT.
Oh, charging down the track. It's high and it's mighty. Hamad Ifraq seems to be in a mood now that he's gotten a boundary to his name. This time it's one better. It's a 6.
This is what I'm saying. Siddharth also not using his skills properly. A boundary and a maximum in this over.
Shot worked away towards the onside, into the hands of Jay Chogule. Now coming towards the fag end of the day. It's almost around 11 o'clock and you can see that the fielders are having a tough time. A lot of dew and moisture around. So the spikes, the shoes, everything quite moist and slippery. This time he just wants to collect a single towards the offside. Will end the over with a single. 15 runs of this Siddharth Mukapatnam over. 4 overs done, 36 for 1 Renaissance Challengers. Jay Chogle. So another change in bowling for Muscat Thunderers. Oh, there's a wide. Teasing distance from that red marked tram lines.
From here it looks like, but it was quite outside the off stump.
So he'll have to re-bowl that one again. Now Jay Chogle has got good action, and this is something about the bowlers here. They're constantly looking to bowl outside the off stump, constantly looking to keep it outside the reach of the right-handed batters. Away swing and dealt with severely. He was quick onto it, Amanullah Rafiqi. Getting 4 runs now, and they're looking to score quickly. The last couple of overs have been very aggressive in terms of intent and stroke play.
This was played brilliantly. Just open the face of the bat. There no one is there. In the gully in cover point, 4 runs.
Yeah, certainly nice to see that the floodgates look to be open now, or at least they're trying to do so, Renaissance Challengers. Mainly of the bat of Hamad Ifraq, courtesy that 6 and 4 in the previous over. And this is sensible cricket. Immediately just looking to rotate strike. So things very active in the middle.
Quite sensible batting so far from our Renaissance batters. Apart from Usman, both Rafiqi and Hamad Ifraq doing their job done. Hamad has more responsibility.
Wouldn't blame Usman too much. He did strike that first ball boundary, and then after that got a peach of a delivery from Jay Chelawada. Plays it with soft hands, Hamad Ifraq. Very elegant actually, Hamad Ifraq. He looks to collect runs, and thinking cricketer. Looks to always calculate and score his runs. And then when the need arises, he can always hit those big shots. We've seen some in that D20 series. There was this one particular specific innings where he went absolutely berserk, and one would have thought he's gone crazy. But then that was a great match to watch. Oh, wide. Looks to take a single, and they get it. So some free runs as well, helping the cause of Renaissance Challengers.
Has to bowl within the wickets. That's the right thing for Jay Chogle to bowl on, rather than going outside the off stump. Ball is also moving, so he tried to bowl within middle and off, the area where he has to bowl from here on.
Plays it with soft hands. This is good cricket. They know that Jay Chogle is looking to swing the ball away. So at the moment, just trying to cover the line and play it with soft hands, rotate strike. There will be a bad delivery. Maybe one of the deliveries of the over can be pitched, dug in short, and then they can deal with it when it comes by.
Even if a batter has got confidence, that rather than waiting for the bad ball, they can hit the ball because of their confidence and being staying on the wicket for so long.
Oh, this is good. And that's the problem here for Muscat Thunderers. They are unable to stop the singles. A little bit of attacking mindset in the field will probably help them through, because the fielders are charged up, and you don't want those small specific periods where things appear very cold and the fielders then tend to just lax a bit. At the moment, everything going right for Renaissance Challengers. Yes, they've lost a wicket, but after that, smooth sailing. 47 for 1 is what they are at the moment. Will look to finish well, Jay Chogle. And he does. Looking to invent a new shot. Hamad Ifraq fails to do so. Ends with a dot ball, 11 runs off this over. It's going to be 47 for 1 at the halfway stage, Renaissance Challengers. experienced Ganesh Chandrasekhar down the ground, and going to be a little bit of a chase for long off, but won't prevent the batters from running too. This is good running between the wickets. Athleticism.
That's what these two are doing, accelerating between the wickets. I'm just wondering one thing. I mean, they got 5 runs in the last over, and the one unorthodox shot being played by Hamad Ifraq. No need of that. Just go for the single. It was almost offside the off stump. I could have played on to the wicket rather than going for the scoop sweep.
It all depends on the mood of the batter at that particular instant. Probably look like a
Yes.
premeditated
Yes.
shot. So can't help when your mind's already made up for something.
It is always, when you have stayed on the wicket for some of the times, you feel that now I can play all the shots or whichever I like to. But here lies the mistake.
Yes, absolutely. A wicket now would prove just a dent in that efforts that they have done so far. Hamad Ifraq 12 ball 18. So he's certainly striking the ball well. He's got a healthy strike rate. Amanullah Rafiqi on the other hand also not wasting too much time. Yes, he could be a little more quicker. Oh, look at that. Just taking off the moment the ball leaves the bat. And this is probably the right strategy. Keep the scoreboard ticking. Keep your mind and body active in the center and stay in the game.
I'm really happy to see the way they are running between the wickets. Not losing any delivery without a run. That's more important for them.
Exactly, and that's the way to go about it. It might seem old school, but then certainly it is an effective way. Or charges down the track, gets a little bit of bat onto it, and that will work because it's going to be a long chase for Munis Ansari. And in the process, they will be looking to pick up at least 2. And it does. It is 2. So good going here. You've got 4 deliveries in this over and you have scored 5. So still ahead of the curve. And I don't blame the batters for taking the aggressive route. It is hard work running those 1s and 2s and 3s. But then you got to do what you got to do. It's better than a dot ball at least. This time crunch towards the offside. Fielder located at the boundaries. Soumya Sampat.
Singles are coming very easily. So only thing is that just wait. Or if they see somebody's bowling outside the off stump, an overpitch sort of delivery, something, they can come up and play through the covers or over the head of extra cover, some of his shots.
Works away, and this will pass the fielder who is situated inside the circle. A little bit of diving work here by Aman Khan. Oh, he's pulled out a dive and he's appealing to the umpire and he says nothing doing. Immediately taking off his pads and gloves and helmet and just looking to take a little bit of respite. Have a look at that effort by Aman Khan. Did really well. Wondering how many runs he saved. He saved at least a couple at least.
Maybe 3, I believe. And what a running between the wickets. Excellent.
Oh yeah, he's just saved 1. And with that we come to the end of the 6th over. It's 56 for the loss of 1. Renaissance Challengers are looking to score. probably the right time to take a screenshot on your phones if you're watching this on broadcast streams and send it to a special someone. The cameraman seems to be in a very, very good mood at the moment. What a sight. Elders would say you need to be saying Subhanallah.
Yes, subhanallah. But if somebody has to take the snap, but he has to send the full moon picture, not half.
I have no response to that. I have absolutely no response to that. Oh, this is going to take a while. Munis Ansari, on the other hand, is in the attack.
Outside the office time, it's a wider one.
He's given out a wide. Would a crescent moon do? Just a crescent?
You take it the way you like it.
Beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. At the moment, failing to connect, and it's probably Munis Ansari's thing here to keep the batters quiet. They've been looking to score at a healthy rate, and it's only Munis Ansari who's not been able to be taken off for runs. So the onus is on him to just apply some brakes on the free scoring at the moment. A dot ball, and before this a wide. So lots to look forward to in this over. Will Amanullah Rafiqi cut loose?
Seeing the Renaissance batting from the last couple of matches, this is the best partnership I have seen.
Thumbs towards the mid-on region. And they'll finally rotate strike. And this is probably the right thing to do. Amanullah Rafiqi fairly new and young. But then Hamad Ifraq, plenty of experience, leader of the pack. So he's probably the right person to deal with Munis Ansari at this stage.
But both of them really played two super professional knock both from Hamad Ifraq and Rafiqi. This is what I'm saying. The first brilliant partnership we have seen from the Renaissance team from last couple of matches.
Yeah, more than attacking, I still feel it's a very responsible knock both of these two have played. Looks to cut and gets a boundary. And that's been the sort of innings that Hamad Ifraq is looking to play. He is looking to play a responsible and attractive innings here. Good 4 runs against a run of play. And most importantly, it's against their premier bowler, Munis Ansari.
Outside the office stump, all the time he has got just opened the face of the bat. Picks stuff nicely to the cover point boundary for 4. Of course, as long as you be on the wicket, your confidence goes rocket high. And what Hamad Ifraq is doing now.
Oh, wayward. It's not a wide. It's not been given as a wide. Umpire Bala says that I probably moved too much, shuffled too much across outside the off stump, and hence Munis Ansari is going to get away with this one.
Lucky one to get away with this. Very responsible, calculative batting from both Hamad Ifraq and Rafiqi. I really like that intention, at least in this particular match.
Once again, shuffling across in 2 minds. Hamad Ifraq. A couple of dot balls now being strung together. Last ball of the over, and Hamad Ifraq will need to score in this one, because at the moment, just shuffling across and trying to prove a point to the umpire will not work. Even a single will do.
I might believe that could be the Yorker one. If he is thinking that will be lethal for the batter.
Well, there are signs here. You've got 3 fielders on the offside inside the circle and plenty of support on the leg side. Oh, this is good. And straight into the hands of the fielder, but in the process, they'll get that single. So pretty decent in terms of Renaissance challengers. They're still short on a few runs. But it's against Munis Ansari, and he can be very, very lethal. done with his spell. He's conceded 12 runs, and over number 7 comes to an end with Renaissance Challengers 63 for the loss of 1. Ganesh Chandrasekhar will be spent. At the moment, it's a hit and miss kind of a situation for Hammad Ifraq and Amanullah Rafiqi. You're officially in the death overs phase of this innings, so probably looking to score much more freely will be the order of the day, and this will allow them to end the innings with a flourish.
I think this is the over which they can charge and get some boundaries. Yes, 9 wickets are in hand.
Once again, Hammad Ifraq is the one who's looking to play the aggressive route in the air, clears the infield, and in the process gets a couple of runs to his advantage. So 2 runs added to the total, 65 for 1 RCT, and I believe even 2s are quite a good option at the moment. So you're scoring in multiples.
Runs to come, I mean, in every delivery from here on. And now they all out go for the runs. I think they have a lot of wickets in hand.
Yeah, I was getting there. Just 1 wicket lost in process of this in this entire innings. So finally, it does seem as if somebody's going to get hold on to that one, and they're just going to make a mess of it. Rana Naeem and Jay Chowgule in a mix-up.
Simplest of the catches once again. We have seen so many catches dropped in the IAH Invincible when they were fielding, and it's one more.
Have a look at that. Very high in the air. Still a little difficult, to be honest, to be fair to Rana Naeem. He certainly had a hand onto it, but then clear calling by Jay Chowgule would have been more effective, I believe. He was probably the right person to go for the catch.
Top of that spectacular catch by Asil. He just waved off all the catches.
Oh, this is innovative. Hammad Ifraq has been looking to do that ever since he arrived at the crease, and now finally getting it. So probably his intentions and his wish is fulfilled. He's gotten a boundary at a very good moment here for the Renaissance Challengers.
And he succeeded. Taking it as a full toss over the scoop over the wicketkeeper's head.
And have a look at that. You've got 4 deliveries, and in those 4 deliveries, you've managed to run 2 doubles and that 1 boundary. All of a sudden, 8 runs done in the over. Now you just need 2 more so that you remain on par. But he decides to get even more, because this time that scoop is much, much better. Hammad Ifraq certainly dictating terms, and smart cricket here from the captain of RCT.
Best one from the last 3 scoops he has done. Perfect timing. Ball was also going outside the leg stump, and it's really stuck nicely with the bat. And what important runs he's getting. As we're talking about that, this is the over where they get maximum runs on it. And so far they have succeeded in it. At least 10 runs. Rather 12 runs.
Nothing to lose here. Last ball of the over. And down the ground he goes. Couldn't connect it nice, but look at that running between the wickets. They are running for their lives at the moment. A couple of runs added to the total. Such a productive over here by Hammad Ifraq. As many as 14 taken as we come to the end of the 8th over. It's 77 for the loss of 1. Renaissance Challengers. Penultimate over, and they have Rana Naeem to come in and bowl. And one would just wonder if that's the right tactic. Fair too late, I believe, in action. Somehow manages to take a single, Amanullah Rafiqi, and that's been the highlight of the day. In fact, more than a single, I think they've taken 2 runs here. And hasn't that been absolutely cool here from Amanullah Rafiqi, hasn't it?
How far he went and played the ball. That is what I'm laughing at.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just got a single, so Hamad Ifraq will be on strike. Yeah, I still feel it's Amanullah Rafiqi on strike. And this one he's aired it. Amanullah Rafiqi straight into the hands of the fielder. This was a good catch from Ganesh Chandrasekhar. He had to run in a long distance and keep his head very, very still until the ball safely in his hands. Taken with soft hands also. So plenty of technique and good work done by Ganesh Chandrasekhar. Amanullah Rafiqi departs.
Finally, a wicket, which definitely Thunders are looking for. Finally got it. Very well played. Really put the foundation of a big score. First wicket down in the very first over, and from then on both of them have scored 78 runs. So 78 for 2, RCT.
New man in, Syed Amir Shah. Gets a little bit of bat onto it and immediately off in a flash, Hamad Ifraq to take strike, because he's the one who's striking the ball very, very well at the moment. Main aggressor of runs, and what a great innings and what a great knock. He's just come out there and played for his team, leading by example, the captain.
So fair on, they should not relax. They go for the runs. That's the only thing.
Asking for the wide once again, but then I guess somebody needs to give a reminder to the batters that they have shuffled across as well. So what you sow is what you reap.
This is the time I think they should at least go for single on each delivery, because all the effort being put on by Hamad Ifraq and Rafiq Kamini is absolutely go in vain.
Looking to charge down the track, asking for a wide, Syed Amir Shah, and this is absolutely horrendous. So much hard work done by the other two batters. He should have taken the cue from the captain himself that no matter what, you have to take a charge as soon as the ball has been delivered, because that was a certain chance to rotate strike as a bye. Whether you get a wide or not doesn't matter.
Well, Hamad is there for so long, so he might have given chance to go for some big hitting.
Yeah, he's disturbed his woodwork. It's a wicket now, and Hamad Ifraq succumbing to pressure at the moment, because he was looking to accelerate, looking for that big boundary, big sixes to score in multiples. But then he's going to be walking back proud, because he's done the job for his team, at least on his part. 26 ball 40, and Rana Naeem gets his man.
Well, of course, just what he's trying to do was the right thing to do. Losing wicket is no issue.
And what a over this has been for Rana Naeem. 2 for 2. Have a look at that once again.
This is the first one. That's the second one of Ahmad Ifraq. But he played his knock as a captain's knock. He really did the smart work for his team. 79 for 3.
Last over of the innings, and Jay Chogle has been entrusted by Captain Sandeep Gaur to make or break this particular match for his team. As far as Renaissance Challengers are concerned, 79 for the loss of 3 wickets. And what I believe is they are literally 21 runs away from a winning total. If they can manage to reach the 3-figure mark, this game certainly looks to be in Renaissance Challengers' court.
Well, looking the Muscat Thunderers batting, I mean, another 10, 11 runs, around 90 will be a total they can defend.
Junaid Jan, the new man in, he's on the non-striker's end and probably doing the right thing, that he's going to be looking to run as soon as the ball will be released. So that's positive thinking. At the moment, you can see it's already a dot ball. So just 5 balls remaining to make a difference to that score.
How much they will score, that we'll have to see from here on.
Jay Chogle for the second ball. Oh, he's got some free runs here. It's racing towards the boundary. That fielder is not going to be able to stop it. So good runs from the bat of Syed Amir Shah. And who cares if it's come out from a thick edge.
Well, at this stage of the game, runs are required. In any way it should come. What was the genuine edge of the bat through the third man boundary?
What's a genuine edge, Jamil sir?
Genuine edge means that it's come down with full force. It goes between the wicket keeper and the slip fielder.
I say that to my teammates every time I play cricket. Whenever it's an edge, I say it's a genuine edge. It was intentfully played, but they don't listen to me. However, at the moment, looking to run the second and will get it comfortably. There's a good running between the wickets. They're managing to add on to that total. 6 runs from the first 3 deliveries. Can they manage a maximum and a boundary in the remaining 3 balls? Will be very, very interesting to see where Renaissance Challengers end this first innings at. Momentum is key going into that second innings, whether it be for the Muscat Thunderers or whether it is for the Renaissance Challengers. Coming in for the 4th delivery. He's gone for 17 already. Oh, this is a dot ball. Syed Amir Shah not looking to rotate strike.
Actually, those batters in those conditions try to take the responsibility of themselves to get the runs as much as they can. He got that 4, but now Allah is looking for another similar shot.
Charging down the track. This time he's got a good connect on it. It's high, it's mighty, and it's going to be as much as 4 here. Or, oh, has Sandeep Gaur managed to pull this one back? In the process, looking to run as much as 3, Syed Amir Shah. And they should be pleased with that effort, because running 3 is as good as that. He's just managed to pluck back 1 single run. Yes, of course. He has managed to pull back 1 run for the team. So plenty of commitment from the captain, Sandeep Gaur. An excellent effort out there in the deep. Umpire is just checking with the fielders and says, all right, we'll take your call. It's going to be 3 runs added to the total.
valuable runs at the stage of the game.
Looking to take a quick single. The keeper misses. Not a very good effort there by the keeper to disturb the stumps, so they will get that one additional run. Jay Chogule has been left wanting to impress at the moment. He's gone for 20 in his couple of overs. With that, we also come to the end of the innings. 10 overs done for the Renaissance Challengers. And here's a look at the batting card here. 4 for 3. Usman Ali Shah was the first wicket to fall, courtesy a beauty of a delivery from Jai Chelavada. And then it was Hamad Ifrak and Amanullah Rafiqi who strung an excellent partnership all throughout the innings, carrying their bat nearly all throughout the innings. 40 of 27 deliveries. Captain Hamad Ifrak certainly making a statement that they are not going down fighting here. Amanullah Rafiqi nearly a runner ball 29. Did have a few boundaries in that innings. And then after that, Syed Amir Shah picking up lucky boundary and some good running between the wickets.
Nothing important as far as the bowling is concerned. 1 wicket for Jay Chelavada and 2 wickets for Rana Muhammad Naeem in the second last over of the game. And it's all 89 for 3. Muscat Thunderers has to do a lot of hard work to come back to this 89.
First ball, and Usman Ali Shah had to walk back to the pavilion. Lucky runs from the bat of Amanullah Rafiqi, but then Hamad Ifrak also contributing in boundaries, and he was looking to score very, very quickly across everywhere in the ground, and this one is especially struck powerfully towards the offside. Munis Ansari got a little bit of treatment as well in his second over. Some good-looking inventive scoops played by Hamad Ifrak behind the keeper. The second one better than the first. And then finally Amanullah Rafiqi getting caught at third man, courtesy a good catch of Ganesh Chandrasekhar. Rana Naeem got the better of Hamad Ifrak, but then everything was a bit too late as Syed Amir Shah got a boundary to finish things off in this first innings. 89 is what they have got. That means 90 required for Muscat Thunderers to end the night on their side. But the run chase will be on the other side of the break. Do stay tuned.
He has timed that one well. That is the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is. good into the ball. Edged away, yes it is.
Welcome back after a short break, and what a game are we witnessed. The final one of the day. Renaissance Challengers taking on Muscat Thunderers. It is a game where it is a contest between the bowling of Renaissance Challengers and the batting of Muscat Thunderers, both being the weaklings. Renaissance Challengers batting first. Amanullah Rafiqi 29 of 23 and Hamad Ifraq, the captain, 40 of 27, made sure that they got to 89 for 3. The extras also helped by 6 runs. And coming into bowl, Rana Naeem picked up those 2 wickets at a crucial time to restrict Renaissance from getting to 100. Yes, Jai Chelavada getting that first wicket. But apart from that, it was a game in balance, and that's where it is at the halfway mark. 90 to win. I feel it's an even Steven contest. But now is when the question mark will come, because the weak link of Renaissance, that's the bowling, and the weak link of Muscat Thunderers, that's the batting, are going to be competing against one another. Joining me in the comm box, Mudassir Ali Qureshi. The genius is going to be suggesting which way is this going to be going. Driven on the very first delivery, it will be a dot ball. Mudiba, which way is this supposed to go?
It all depends on the start, but for me, somehow I feel 90 is a competitive total. Keeping in mind, Muscat Thunderers, they struggled with their batting in this tournament as well as in D20. A youngster comes into play at short third, Rana Naeem, not come to party yet in D10. One good knock is due from Rana Naeem. Just 1 over, got 2 wickets. In the first innings, that might boost his confidence here.
Amir Shah. He's one of those tricky bowlers. Didn't have a great last game. He was taken apart by the Majis Titans. This time, it is from the bat of Rana Naeem, who slog sweeps him over mid-wicket. So certainly things not working for Amir Shah.
A wild swing. And he gets 4 runs. From the off-stick channel, he picks that and dispatches towards that corner. A couple of bounces, 4 runs off the mark, Rana Naeem.
Would love to see a vigilant start from Rana Naeem. That's something that has been missing. Oh, big appeal, big appeal. Not going in favor of Amir Shah. This could be very interesting. Empire Bala suggesting that this one was probably sliding down leg. That's exactly what he suggested.
Look at that. Nicely bowled, a bit flighted. I think it was going down the leg that gave him that benefit.
It was the angle which was the concern. He's bowling wide of the crease, and that's where, if he's not turning the ball is always going to be shaping away, rather shaping in the right-hander. Amir Shah, 6 runs of the first 5 deliveries. Guided to short third, and it's not going to be a single. So 6 runs from the first over of Amir Shah. Starts off with the dot ball on a wicket which is providing sufficient assistance to pacers. Renaissance challengers are forced to be using spinners. Yusuf Manik, he's been one of those weak links if you want to see it that way. Little bit of a hesitation and finally completing the run. Probably has to be wide. Very interesting decision to bowl Yusuf Manik here. The only justification that I can provide is probably Rana Naeem, not one of the best players of left arm spin, and that's where this decision would have come into impact. Because the only other option is probably Shehbaz. Gentle medium, Rana Naeem would go after him. Shot pulled. Sufficient air and a brilliant dive goes in vain. It's gone all the way. Probably believe it is Amanullah Rafiqi. What an incredible strike. This has travelled all the way from the bat of Aman Khan. What an incredible strike. Shot, but yes, pulled just away from that fielder at deep mid wicket. And an incredible strike. Once again, a little shorter. And on this occasion, it's been a dot ball. Once again, swept. Over square leg. This is going to be another boundary. So an expensive over from Yusuf Manik continues here. 12 of the over already. Still 2 balls to go. Once again shot and Aman Khan good enough to give it the aerial route over square leg. This is some intelligent batting from Aman Khan. He's come to the party here in the Oman D10. He was struggling in the D20 format. Can he rescue Muscat Thunderers tonight? They're going to go for a quick single. Oh, there's an opportunity for one more. They won't go for it. Yusuf Manik, probably off the outside edge. This ball is travelling and travelling quick, and the fielder does well to keep it down to a single. So 14 runs from that over of Yusuf Manik, and all of a sudden Muscat Thunderers are almost in control. 20 without losing a wicket at the end of 2. Mohammad Ashtiyaq comes into the attack from the Oman tail end. And it's that kind of a tournament for Renaissance Challenges. Mohammad Ashtiyaq, who is generally a decent pacer, did play for Majlis Titans last season. He's going to be bowling with a short run-up, gentle medium. So it's almost a curse for Renaissance Challengers and pacers. Will spray outside the off stump. So this one's going to be required to re-bowl. Wonder what is happening here, Mudipa. Renaissance and the pacers, they just don't have the services of any kind of pacers.
It was Rafi and there was one more player, Abrar, if I'm not wrong, who are part of Renaissance in D20 now. They're struggling. Even Ishtiaq Mohammed with short run up, trying to bowl some gentle medium pace. Swing on offer, but the swinging blade of Rana Naeem gets a maximum. Beautiful hit.
This is the primary problem, because gentle medium of Ishtiaq Mohammed is never going to be troubling the out of form Rana Naeem. This is almost bread and butter for Rana Naeem. In his arc, and he can throw the kitchen sink at it. He can tonk it around anywhere around the ground. He's a strong lad. He's been around for a very long time, and this ball has gone a mile. It's gone onto the road. So certainly will take a bit of time to recover. It's been recovered back just in time. And Empire Bala just want to have a check on the ball. Order restored. Ishtiaq Mohammed driven through the covers on this occasion. Player in the deep is only going to be a participant in the competition. What an incredible striking from the bat of Rana Naeem. He's coming to the party when Muscat Thunderers need him the most.
Nothing was going in his favour in this tournament, but now looking good with the bat. Got those couple of wickets. How crucial was that over, Pranav? All of a sudden, growing in confidence is Rana Naeem.
I feel it is a big mistake to be bowling somebody like Yusuf Manik. Short and wide. It's a valuable dot ball. But Yusuf Manik, never a great idea to be bowling him in the power play. And he's been the weak link. If you ask me, amongst all those bowling options that are available, the weakest of the lot is Yusuf Manik. And that's where it was always very much obvious that Muscat Thunderers were going to be targeting Yusuf Manik. And at the moment, Mohammad Ishtiaq is struggling, heavy. He doesn't look comfortable. Looks like he's going to be walking back to the dugout. Or is he going to be putting in some more strength? Oh, he's asking for his cap back. That means he's going to be walking back to the dugout. He's in certain amount of pain. He's just bowled 3 deliveries for 12 runs. And he's going to be walking back to the dugout. That means that they'll need some reinforcement here. Has to be Amanullah Rafiqi. I really feel that they can probably use Usman Shah. He's a tricky bowler as well. He can bowl. Amanullah Rafiqi is going to be bowling the remaining 3 deliveries of Ishtiaq Mohammed. We'll start off with a wide. He's been very expensive. Ishtiaq Mohammed, he's out of the contention. Big donk on the leg side. One thing is certain, Rana Naeem not one of the quickest, and that's where on most occasions it is only going to be a single. And that is where there will be a little bit of an extra pressure on Aman Khan to score in boundaries. Does he have the power? Yes, he's tonked a few, but does he have the consistency? This is the side from where he would want to target big. Looking for a quick single. This is the problem. This is going to be the problem. Not one of the quickest. Can he have the match presence to understand this? Aman Khan. He needs to understand that he's playing with an aging player who can strike big. If he's looking for quick singles, there can always be trouble. So wraps that over in the least struggling fashions. 3 runs from Amanullah Rafiqi. And 35 without losing a wicket at the end of 3 over mark. Muscat Thunderers are cruising here. If Renaissance Challengers want to make a match out of this, they'll be forced to rely on the back of Hanifullah. He's a wicket taker. Tong to deep mid wicket for a single. How can Renaissance make a match out of this? They are out of options with the bowler. Even the likes of Ishtiyaq Mohammed has gone back to the dugout. So absolutely no pacers at all.
Not sure why they are not using Vivan, an off-break bowler. Give him a chance. Beautifully bowled. The highest first wicket partnership for Muscat Thunderers in this tournament. 36. These both added in quick time.
With the kind of bowling options that Renaissance Challengers have, even if they get to 130, they're always going to be struggling to defend that 130 because absolutely no quality in terms of pace attack. And on a wicket like this, which is assisting the pacers, slog sweep on the leg side. Oh, poor fielding. This is the last thing that you want, and this will allow them to scamper around for an extra single. Mediocre, very mediocre in the outfield is Renaissance at the moment. When you don't have the pace attack, at least the least you can do is field well.
Big gaps, long boundaries, fitness issues.
And it's on both sides. That's where the point is, because Rana Naeem is not one of the brisk runners between the wickets. He's not one of the quickest. And on the other side, Renaissance Challengers, they are at best mediocre in the field. If you remove three or four players from Renaissance Challengers, the rest everybody's mediocre. Looking for a big shot, it's the arm ball from Hanifullah. So just 5 runs from that over of Hanifullah, and he's brought the equation into balance. 40 without losing a wicket at the end of 4. They're bringing their weakest link back, Yusuf Manik, but on this occasion, he's going to have a little more protection in the deep. Can he make a difference on this occasion? They're looking to deal in singles at the moment, taking the game deep.
Yes, once the field is spread, he's completely a different bowler. No fast bowlers available. And Yusuf Manik, he will learn the tricks, how to bowl in the power play.
Big shot in the gap. It's going to be a boundary. We did mention that Yusuf Manik is the weakest link, and that is where he's paying the price for it.
Pulling way outside the off stump towards that leg side. Rana Naeem getting runs. Coming into right hand batter, not a good idea. Also, you need to be brave as a left arm orthodox against a right handed batter. Toss it up, give that flight.
Looking for the big shot once again. Protection in the deep will keep it down to a single only. Mudipa, how many times in your career have you seen pacers turning into spinners? I've seen plenty of them. I've seen plenty of them performing well at the international level as well. One of them is Amar Kaleem. Started his career as a left-arm pacer, now turning to a left-arm spinner, and he's doing incredibly well. Another name, in the air, in the gap. Things not working in favor of Renaissance Challengers at the moment. They're going to be looking for the second. This is going to be tough. Very fortunate to make it back. Rana Naeem, not one of the quickest. Another name that I can talk about is Rakesh Sharma. If you have heard the name Rakesh Sharma, he was part of Muscat Thunderers, probably provided good 15-20 years of service to Muscat Thunderers. He came in to Muscat Thunderers as a pacer, ended his career as a spinner, leg spinner, and in the last 3 or 4 seasons that he played, I think he picked up 2 best bowlers after turning to a leg spinner. He did play for Oman as a leg spinner as well.
I'm surprised. I didn't know that Amir Kaleem was a fast bowler.
Left arm pacer. He's got me out back in the days as a left arm pacer.
Did he ever bowl at the international level also?
Not sure if he's bowled in the international level, but he was a handy left arm pacer. He came in as a genuine batter, and then he would bowl those left arm medium. He was pretty decently quick, not gentle medium. He was pretty quick. Cut well. This is travelling towards the boundary. It's got some good legs. At the moment, Aman Khan is very, very viable for Muscat Thunderers. He's scoring and he's scoring quickly. And in the process, they'll get to 50 mark as well.
Oh, beautiful. The old-fashioned cut from Aman. Slight jump and cutting hard. 4 runs to end the over number. 552 for no loss.
Hanifullah will continue from the Oman LNGN. They need a wicket here because at the moment Muscat Thunderers are cruising, requiring just 38 of 30 deliveries. It's a difference of a couple of boundaries, and that's where Muscat Thunderers would be fairly relaxed.
5 runs from the first over. So other bowlers in the other 4 overs, they lead 47 runs. He needs to strike for Renaissance Challengers.
Big shot. This has gone high up in the air. Not a lot of legs. Fielder underneath it. Has to be holding on to an easy opportunity as this. He's down on the ground. Not really sure who it is. I think it is Yusuf Manik. He'll take a sigh of breather with that catch.
Hanifullah comes to the rescue for Renaissance. So is Yusuf Manik. Look at that. Tossed up delivery way outside the off stump. Not a proper connection. Not coming under the ball. Rana Naeem, but coming under the ball and all eyes wide open. Yusuf Manik making no mistake. A good cameo from Rana Naeem comes to an end. 24 of 17 balls. At last, a wicket goes down. 24-52 on board.
Hanif continues. He's picked up that all important wicket. Sandeep comes at one down. Lot relies on Sandeep. He's one of the brisk runners. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be very interesting. It's not been given in favor of the fielding side. They're appealing, they're pleading, they're almost begging to the umpire. But the umpire is unmoved. He's generally very good. And that's where I think he's taken a very good decision. We'll have better visuals here.
A full length dive. We don't have that third umpire services. So the dive saves Aman Khan. It's not easy because the keeper covering the line of the umpire. And also the dive comes in from Aman Khan. But what an effort. Commitment at its best by Aman.
In a game where you don't have a third umpire, I think this is the commitment that you require, because benefit of doubt always goes in the favor of the batter, and that's where if you put in a dive, there is always going to be doubt.
Rightly done by Aman Khan. So far a tight over. Making room, goes over that extra cover and straight into the hands of the fielder. Amir Shah makes no mistake. A dramatic over in progress. 2 wickets, 2 openers back in the hut.
All of a sudden there is sufficient drama that was required in this game. Aman Khan, who has just survived that run out appeal, gets a half tracker from Hanif, and he plays it straight to the throat of sweeper cover. Amir Shah was never going to be dropping that. Sandeep Kaur is dejected and disappointed at the game sense of Aman Khan. They needed to build a partnership here and keep the game steady in their favor. Instead, he's going to be walking back dejected. It's going to be a long evening for Aman Khan. 53 for the loss of 2. They needed a moment of magic, and Hanif has just done that. 2 wickets in this over. He's given just 1 run, and they are running for their life at the moment. Need another moment of brilliance. They need that wicket of Sandeep Kaur. That is the primary wicket that they are looking for. He's the last recognized batter.
What are the options for bowling captain? Bowling his final over. Yusuf Manik completed his quota of 2. Amir Shah bowled 1. Aman Rafihi is also an option. Ishtiaq Mohammed.
I feel they've missed the trick because Amanullah Rafiqi just bowled 3 deliveries. So that means that he can bowl only one more over. He cannot bowl 9 deliveries, he can bowl just one more over. So with 4 overs to go, they need 4 options, which they don't have at the moment. We'll come back to that. 6 overs done, 54 for the loss of 2. Believe they're going to be using Shahbaz towards the depth. This is going to be the floating power play. 2 options for Muscat Thunderers. Either attack Amir Shah and break the back of Renaissance Challengers. Shot in the air. He's held on to it. That's the big wicket. Yusuf Manik, the weak link, win the bowling. The strongest point in the fielding. He juggles and somehow manages to hold on to a very, very good catch.
Fluctuating of fortunes here at Oman Cricket Academy. Quick wickets going down. No ball. Is it a no ball or not sure? He was asked to stay. And look at that. It was cut hard. It popped up 1, twice, 3rd time. Brilliant catch. Excellent catch taken by Manik Yusuf. He's delighted.
Oh, it's a no ball. Action on offer. It's been indicated as a no ball. Wonder what has happened there. This is going to be very, very interesting. KR Azad has indicated it's a no ball. I think it is because of the player placement. I feel it is something to do with the field positioning. The catch was pretty much clean, and I'm sure that KR Azad has had the best possible view. My understanding is that he was pointing towards the point fielder, means the positioning, probably at the time of release, the fielder had not come inside the 30-yard circle. And that is a very valid point if that is the reasoning. किधर तुम?
This is the beauty of this tournament. It's a late night thriller here. It was cut hard. See, everyone are inside 30-yard circle. I think the first indication what KR Azad said is the keeper standing behind the stumps. His gloves just moved in front of those stumps, I believe. But still not sure why it has been called a no. Lengthy discussion will be going on, but what a catch.
I don't see any reason for arguing because once the decision has been given, it has been given. This will give us a better view. Oh, it's a no ball. Oh, it's a no ball. It's a no-brainer. This is a no ball. It is 100% a no ball. He would never realize it unless and until he sees the visuals. He was far ahead of the stumps.
Excellent job by our production crew, the director and our cameraman. This clear visuals showing that once he played the shot, there was a movement by the wicket keeper. The gloves coming in front of the stumps. That might be the reason. That is my understanding as of now. It is the reason it was called a no ball. And you need to carry on with the game here. The decision has been made. All you need to do is carry with the game. Let the spirit of the game takes the charge here. We'll dive into a short break. We'll make a quick comeback.
This is the problem. This is the place you can't have your hands going in front of the stumps at any point of time till the ball surpasses the stumps. And that is where it is a no ball. So this is brilliant umpiring, excellent umpiring. Certainly a very, very good presence of mind from KR Azad.
An experienced umpire, and top of that, with limited facilities, what an angle we have got. Full marks to the production team, and 10 out of 10 to KR Azad and Bala Subramaniam, the way they handled the things out there in the middle. Because sometimes as an on-field player, you just get carried away because you're on the back foot. Suddenly you're making a comeback, wickets going down. And we need to understand the emotions out there in the middle, Pranav.
Absolutely. The heat of the moment is always there. It's a high-stake competition. It doesn't get bigger than this. So Chandrasekhar survives and he'll have a free go. It's a free hit. What a moment in this game. He's a lethal striker, Ganesh Chandrasekhar. It's going to be a dot ball.
Charged up is Ahmed Shah. He did all the hard work. But the man behind the stumps is Captain Hamad Ifraq, not a regular wicket keeper.
He's animated. Asking you a personal question, you're a married man. How much of daily soap do you watch? Because you don't need daily soap in the Oman D10. Action, drama, entertainment, all on offer.
Cut hard on the back foot, 4 runs. The drama continues here. The first ball, it was kind of wicket, but it was called a no ball, then a dot delivery. A throw from Ahmed Shah straight towards the wicket keeper, showing some emotions, but the very next ball, calm and composed. 4 runs from the blade of Ganesh.
What an incredible strike. Half tracker.
Almost 20-25 years ago, we used to sit family together and watch one of the Indian soaps. It used to air at around 9:30 p.m. and that was the last time I saw something which was a thrill to watch on Indian television. Any guesses?
Are you going towards the Kapil Sharma show?
25 years back.
Oh, did the show start with K?
Yes, that's enough.
Nudge to shot third for the single. I think the entire India watched everything that Ekta Kapoor did. And no clues and no bonus points for guessing that. There were a series of serials that Ekta Kapoor released, and she would knit the women of the house to the sofa sets from 7:30 p.m. onwards, and show after show. It was all entertainment. But now that has transformed to the Oman D10. And with all the families of these wonderful players competing in this contest.
Especially these two teams. In D20, couple of ties, thrillers. Whenever these two teams were out there in the middle. Cleaned him up. Wild swing, slow in the air. Pulling his length back, and he strikes.
What an incredible delivery. Amir Shah needed a moment of brilliance. He's leaked 6 runs, but he's got that prize wicket of Sandeep Gaur, the captain of the pack. And that's where I feel he's broken the back of Muscat Thunderers. Very slow through the air, but it was the arm ball. And not reading it right as Sandeep Gaur should have hit it through the line. But it's all later for discussion. 3 wickets down, Muscat Thunderers are suddenly in a little bit of a bother. 60 for the loss of 3. The story for Muscat Thunderers continues. Thriller are always on offer where Muscat Thunderers is involved. Muscat Thunderers versus Brave Hearts. I almost lost my nails. They haven't grown back, and now we have Muscat Thunderers versus Renaissance Challengers. 3 overs 30 required with 7 wickets in hand.
I'm sure they will never grow till this tournament ends, because every game is a thriller here. Just 6-7 deliveries ago, in fact 2 overs back, it was Muscat Thunderers, but that double strike in 1 over by Hanifulla, giving them an opportunity to make a comeback. And floating power play belongs to Renaissance Challengers. Sandeep Gaur is back in the hut.
Hurrying in line, and this one's going to be a wide. It was pretty wide. Wonder why is he complaining about. I'm really sure that Renaissance Challengers, once they go home and watch the replay, they would be fairly embarrassed about their discussions.
Emotions. It's all about the emotions. Need to know how to control.
Oh, it was fairly wide. It was fairly wide. Wonder why is he even complaining about.
Yes, he moved from his place, but not toward the right side of the crease. In fact, coming down the track this time, heaved over backward point. Asif Khan putting the chase. So a couple of runs. Also, you cannot cross that line, Pranav. Yes, as a sportsman, it's really tough, but you need to understand these men are out there to do their job, and they are also under immense pressure. Every call makes a big difference. So they are doing their duties at the best.
And the most important part is they're representing a big franchise. And that's where they need to respect the honor of that franchise. You can't put that at stake. That is something unacceptable. It's only a matter of time that they realize this. Probably the management plays a big role in explaining them that. Cut. Well, for a single and a little bit of fumble, will still keep it down to a single.
What a day. Majlis Titans lost to IS Invincibles. Yalla Shabab lost to IS Invincibles. Now looking favourite are Renaissance Challengers.
I thought you were going to give the credit in favour of Muscat Thunderers with 26 required in 2.3. 7 wickets in hand. The only problem is that their tail starts from number 4. Because number 4 is where Sandeep Gaur comes into bat. And immediately after that, it's all lower middle order. They're going to be pushing for the second. This is good running. Brilliant running between the wickets by Muscat Thunderers. Excellent stuff.
So far a boundaryless over. But the problem with the Shehbaz Hussain is the final couple of deliveries of his overs. Because he did all the hard work. Now all of a sudden he'll try to do something special. That is where they need to take the advantage. Bukkapatnam.
Not just that, even if there are 15 runs required in the final over, it is Shehbaz who's going to be bowling that final over. And that is where the concern is, because we know that Ganesh Chandrasekhar can strike a long ball, Siddharth Bukkapatnam can hit a big ball as well. Poor fielding, should have stopped that one. So it's going to still be a single. 7 runs of this over. Can he wind the over off well? He's done well till here.
The good news for Thunderers is Ganesh Narasimha, he is back on strike. And I just don't want to say, but something is going to happen here. The way I have seen this boy bowl so far in this tournament, don't try anything special here, Shehbaz Hussain.
He predicts and predicts well. It's up in the air. I think it's a catch. Wonderfully taken by Hanif. He's been the man of the moment. What a wonderful Shehbaz celebrates and celebrates in style. Renaissance are dominating the affairs here. 4th wicket down for Muscat Thunderers.
So much thrill and drama in this game, using the feet. And look at that, Hanifullah comes to the rescue. Hanifullah first comes to the rescue with the ball, now taking that catch to get rid of Ganesh Narasimha. What an over by Shehbaz Hussain. Going for 7 runs, a wicket to his name, 67 for the loss of 4. Going into the final 2 overs. Muscat Thunderers still needs 23.
The man who is known for his bowling, Afreed Katie, is going to be coming in to bat. He's going to be at the non-striker's end. Siddharth Bukapatnam needs a big shot. Can he figure a way out to play a big shot here? He's known for striking big, Afreed Katie. On the other hand, it is Amanullah Rafiqi, the golden arm of Renaissance Challengers.
He bowled those 3 deliveries to complete that over of Ishtiaq Mohammed. Went off field after pulling his hamstring. Now Rafiqi started off really well, just a single, 22 of final 11 legal balls.
You can understand the moment of desperation for Muscat Thunderers. They're going to be pushing for the second. Asif Khan misfields, and that'll allow them to go for the second. You can understand about the desperation of Muscat Thunderers. Afreed Katie, who generally bats number 9, number 10, in presence of Munis Ansari, is going to be batting number 6.
Because as you said, the tail starts after number 4, after Sandeep Gaur. Not much. The batting line.
They needed an outside edge. They need some luck. And at the moment, Afreed Katie is riding on his luck.
Couple of more runs. Where is Hanifullah, the fielder? You need to have good fielders at the boundary rope, especially towards that leg side as an off-break bowler. There are 3 fielders. Long on, mid-wicket is covered by Manik Yusuf. Amir Shah at square leg, and at long on it's Asif. So Hanifullah is clearly missing towards that leg side.
I really feel that it's going to be a slog sweep towards the scoreboard. That is the area that Afreed Katie would be targeting, because Amanullah Rafiqi is happy to be bowling length. He's conceded 5 in 3. Up in the air, Amanullah Rafiqi running backwards and holding on to a good catch. Afreed Katie is also going to be walking back to the dugout. 5 wickets down. Muscat Thunderers all of a sudden, when they were cruising at the halfway mark, now they are struggling.
What a fight back by challengers. Running backwards, making sure he's under the ball of his own bowling, gets rid of Afreed Katie. Half of the side back in the hut, 72 on board.
5 runs and a wicket in this over. 2 balls remaining. Amanullah Rafiqi. Slog towards mid-wicket. This is certainly going to be a couple. Asif Khan Pathan covers up. So 7 runs in this over. And a wicket. 16 required of 7 deliveries. They need a boundary here.
It makes sense. Siddharth Bukapatnam running hard, getting those 2 runs. If they can get at least a couple of more runs in the final, on the final ball, 14 in the last 6, Siddharth Bukapatnam on strike. You never know.
Jai Chokley can hit a long ball. He's known for doing that. He's using that bat of Siddharth Bukapatnam and he's only going to be swinging it hard. So dot ball to wind that last delivery from Amanullah Rafiqi. 16 required of the final over with 5 wickets in hand. I believe it's the game in favour of Renaissance Challengers at the moment. Final over in progress. Siddharth Bukapatnam on strike. Needs to play a big shot. Only manages to scamper around for a single in form of leg byes. What are the options? Siddharth Bukapatnam and Jai Chokley are in the middle. After this, they have the services of Pranav Athavale, Soumya Sampath. And then the other two is Jai Chelaveda and Monas Ansari, who are not known for their batting.
If they want to win this game, these two needs to stay there till the end and get those runs. Runs in Shehbaz.
He's known for striking a big ball, Jai Chokley. Not a recognized batter, but he's a pace bowler. And generally those pace bowlers can use those long levers to their effect. He's bowling that all pressure over from Shehbaz.
I like the way he's operating. Change of pace. The only fast bowler for challengers is Shehbaz Hussain, and so far he's doing an excellent job. Hamad Ifraq showing great leadership qualities. The captain of Renaissance Challengers. Where is that boundary?
I think it's a game done and dusted in favour of Renaissance Challengers. They needed a boundary in the first 3 deliveries, 15 required of the final 3. I don't think that Jai Chokley has the quality to finish it off here. Mathematically, very much possible. Practically, impossible.
There were quite a few game changers in this match. The likes of Hamad Ifraq getting 40, and in the second innings, it was Syed Ali Hanifullah. 2 wicket over.
In the air, fielder underneath it. Never going to be dropping that. Asif Khan Pathan. So the 6th wicket for Muscat Thunderers fall, and now it's just mere formalities for Renaissance Challengers here.
Renaissance Challengers almost there. Getting those couple of points. Asif Khan making no mistake. He had a trouble night in the field, but at the right time taking the catch, and 2nd wicket for Shehbaz Hussain. That's the end of Chokley. 75 for the loss of 6. Last couple of deliveries, and walks in Pranav Athavale.
15 of 2. Straight past the bowler. It's only going to be a single for Athavale. It's a game of net run rate now for Muscat Thunderers. They would want as many as possible of the final delivery to reduce the margin of defeat. Funny things have happened in cricket, but don't really think that Shahbaz Hussain is going to be having a brain fade moment.
What a night for Shahbaz Hussain. Runs in for the last time, 76 on board, 14 needed. Great spell by Shahbaz Hussain and heroic stuff from the fast bowler of Renaissance Challengers. And Challengers wins this game by margin of 14 runs, 13 runs in fact. They were almost there in the hunt chasing 90 Muscat Thunder, but that one over from Said Ali Hanifullah changed the tide in favor of Thunderers.
What a moment. Certainly what a moment for Renaissance Challengers. Two sides, one does not have the bowling, other doesn't have the batting, and they were locking horns, and the side which had the minimum resources with the ball in hand is victorious here. This is how it spanned out. Muscat Thunderers were cruising at the halfway mark on the back of Aman Khan's 23 of 16 and Rana Naeem's of 24 of 17. But all of a sudden wickets started to tumble and a collapse. Ganesh Chandrasekhar got 9 of 10, but that was never going to be enough, and that's where they fell short. Pretty disciplined bowling. They used as many as 6 bowlers courtesy. Ishtiaq Mohammed was forced to go back to the dugout injured, and hence they did a pretty handy job, especially towards the end. Hanifullah did a great work to keep things tight. What a moment. Incredible moment by Renaissance Challengers. Muscat Thunderers just needed around 38 runs in the last 5. And towards the end, one shot too many and they were struggling. It all started with a bang from the bat of Rana Naeem. And Aman Khan, who was striking and striking runs consistently. They're very effective. They were scoring runs, and that's where Renaissance Challengers were on all sorts of trouble. And most importantly, they were striking on both sides of the ground, so they weren't able to block. And all of a sudden, Hanifullah came into the attack and he started picking wickets. And that's where the trouble started for Muscat Thunderers. Back-to-back wickets, and both the openers were back in the dugout. Amir Shah came into the attack and he picked up a wicket as well. And certain trouble as Hanifullah picked up a wicket, a good catch at the boundary as well. Amanullah Rafiqi was pretty handy as well, and Shahbaz was pretty disciplined in both his overs. Got a wicket towards the end. And that's where it is the Renaissance Challengers that have won this game and won this game by 13 runs. Batting first, they scored 89 for the loss of 3 on the back of Hamad Ifraq's 40 of 27. Amanullah Rafiqi also was handy with 29 of 23. Rana Naeem was the pick of the bowlers, 2 for 2. And coming into chase, Muscat Thunderers were reduced to 76 for 6 in the allocated 10 overs. Rana Naeem and Aman Khan were the pick of the batters, but Hanifullah 2 for 7 and Shahbaz Hussain 2 for 8 were the pick of the bowlers, and they restricted Muscat Thunderers by 13 runs and winning this game handsomely. We'll take a short break here, and on the other side it's going to be the post-match presentation with Pranav Mehta.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is. timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is.
Every time Renaissance Challengers and Muscat Thunderers lock horns, there is drama on offer, and this is no different today. Welcome to the post-match presentation. It was the last game of the day, and what a game did we witness. It was a game of seesaw, and Muscat Thunderers, that were leading the case at the halfway mark of the second innings, found a way to lose this game. It was a game between one side which had a weak batting lineup and the other side which had a weak bowling lineup. And one man which stood tall is Hamad Ifraq, the captain of Renaissance Challengers, scoring 40 of 23 deliveries. He's going to be collecting the memento from our match official, Mr. Bala. Hamad Ifraq, the man of the match. हमाद, सबसे पहले बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद. कितना प्रेशर काम हुआ है मैच के बाद अभी?
बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया, और काफ़ी प्रेशर काम हुआ है. एक्चुअली बहुत टेंस मैच था, और लास्ट मोमेंट तक को हम लोगों को कोई आइडिया नहीं था क्या था. बस हम लोग अपने प्लान पे स्टिक थे कि हमें जो प्लान दिया था बॉलर को, उसने बहुत अच्छे से निभाया. स्पेशली शाबाश कि उसके लास्ट 2 ओवर जो एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी गए. तो ये मैन ऑफ द मैच मैं क्रेडिट करता हूँ मेरी टीम को, क्योंकि उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा एफर्ट दिया इस मैच में.
और कितना प्रेशर होता है कप्तान के ऊपर? आप विकेट के पीछे थे और उसमें वो नो बॉल का इंसिडेंट हो गया, उसके बाद कुछ कैच ड्रॉप हो गए, कुछ मिस फील्डिंग हो रही थी, तो आपके ऊपर कितना प्रेशर बिल्ड ऑन होता है उसकी वजह से?
काफ़ी प्रेशर बिल्ड ऑन होता है एक्चुअली, बट टीम को बूस्ट रखना यही मेरा काम है, और मैं उनको मोटिवेटेड रखता हूँ, उनको बूस्ट रखता हूँ, एक पॉजिटिव एनर्जी अंदर रखने की कोशिश करता हूँ, जिसकी वजह से रिजल्ट आज जो है वो उससे मैं बहुत खुश हूँ.
और आखिरी क्वेश्चन, हमाद इफराक द बैटर, हमाद इफराक द विकेट कीपर, और क्या देखेंगे हम?
अब बस बॉलर ही देखना बाकी रह गया है, वो भी अगर कुछ मैच अगर चलते हैं तो वो भी आप देख ही लेंगे इंशाल्लाह.
Good luck, Hamad.
Thank you so much.
That was the man of the moment, Hamad Ifraq, the captain of Renaissance Challengers, standing up tall for the team and leading the pack by example. That's it from the match post-match presentation, but do stay tuned because tomorrow there is lots more action to offer.
He has timed that one well. Catches the ball straight in. Beautiful ball. Excellent. Yes, it is.